Got a phone call sponsored by GoDaddy.com. Save 10% on your next domain name registration by using the coupon code CHRIS when you check out. This is Chris.
Hey, Chris, it's Creighton.
Yes.
I have a question for you about the iPad.
Wait. You realize you could have walked over here, knocked on my door, and asked the question?
I know I could have.
He's not a next-door neighbor, but he's close enough. All right, so wait. You've got something about the iPad. What do we got?
How do you see it used as an educational tool, like in high schools? Do you see that possibility?
Do I see the possibility of the iPad being used in education?
Like, everybody at school gets an iPad, and it has, all their school books on it and all that stuff.
The answer...
Do you think that could be a possibility?
The answer to your question is I don't think it's a possibility. I think it's an inevitability for a lot of reasons. And this is, one of the things that I had to think about pretty hard when Apple announced the iPad and the specs, and they said, well, we're not going to put a camera on it. Well, actually, they didn't even mention the camera. We just saw that there's going to be no camera on the iPad. We're thinking, what are you guys smoking? Well, think about all the places out in the world beyond your home that don't like devices with cameras. Businesses, enterprise, and Apple's been driving strong in enterprise for quite a while now. Gyms, where people may take a media consumption device to watch a movie. They set it up on their treadmill as they're working out. And schools. I do believe that the omission of the camera, it could have been because of parts, although that's not very likely. I believe the omission of the camera was specifically to get a foothold in schools. They've been billing this as a media consumption, enterprise-friendly device, touting iBooks and creating very, very rich experiences for publishers, whether they be magazines, newspapers, book publishers, and beyond. They're positioning it as pretty much the platform for textbook creation. And we don't see a lot of textbooks there now, but I think it's inevitable. So as more textbook publishers come forward and start developing for the iPad, and they likely will, because not doing so would kind of be cutting off their nose to spite their face, because they realize that students are going to likely have some kind of notebook computer carrying around with them, maybe a desktop computer, but, they see the allure of the iPad, too. It's the new toy with what it can do in terms of watching video, managing media, playing games. Perfect for students, right? Decent, entry price point. I predict that absolutely they will be selling these things en masse to schools. But there are going to have to be a few textbook publishers that are going to have to sign up and start porting over their works, if they haven't already begun doing so. And if not, I can almost guarantee there will be competition coming along and say, well, that textbook publisher is not going to publish that math book there. There's an opportunity here to do this on the iPad. There's obviously a desire for technology in schools. There is a desire to manage technology. There's a desire to stay lightweight. And I think in terms of costs, you either pay for the books or you pay for the hardware and the software, and you save space, you save frustration. I can't tell you the value of an ebook over a printed book is volumes, no pun intended. I love hypertext, being able to click a word, get more information, or potentially hop over to another page. But I specifically love indexing and being able to search for a word. I've probably wasted days of my life, if not weeks, poring over textbooks, knowing that I read an entry somewhere, remembering the word and never being able to find it. That problem's solved with electronic books. And as far as everything out there, at this point in time, in terms of price, in terms of compatibility, in terms of adoption, it's pretty much just like the iPhone. It's the iPhone and everything else. It's going to be the iPad and everybody else. And for those who would say, well, what about the HP Slate? Well, it's overkill for textbooks. Textbooks, you just need a screen to read and scan. You don't need it to be a full-on computer. You just need it to be a textbook. And you don't want a camera on it as in a school. You would. In fact, did you catch the news the other week? The FBI was investigating a school IT administrator that was spying on students' cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Or using their camera and connecting remotely using their software. Yeah, big trouble, dude. So trust me, schools are going to be gun-shy about any type of device that has a camera in it. Mark my words. Mark my words, Creighton. It's just beginning. Just beginning.
Definitely. Our school district is on the leading edge of technology, and we're already getting a computer for all the students in all of the classrooms. And so I know our school district has talked about getting the iPads as ebooks. I want to know if that's possible and your thoughts about it.
I think it's an absolute. I really do. If you gave... Not you and me. We're geeks, right? We honestly, we don't count in a lot of conversations. If you gave the average person the choice between a bulky laptop that weighed, let's say, just 3 pounds, or a touchscreen device that only weighed 1.5 pounds, that also had the sex appeal that Apple has, which one do you think they're going to take?
Oh, they're definitely going to go for the iPad.
Absolutely. It's easier to carry around. Are they going to need the keyboard with them, 24 hours a day? No. I mean, you could easily connect a wireless keyboard by way of Bluetooth. Carry that around in your knapsack or however you carry something around. I would have killed to have something like the iPad when I was in school. I would have killed. Oh my! I can't even tell you. I mean, I seriously, I could probably start crying. Just to think that, back-breaking books, lugging them around campus, I mean, in college, but even in grade school, we still had to keep track of that stuff. It's just, we're beyond that now, and I think the iPad is really going to jumpstart the idea of bringing these electronic books into the classroom.